Tight. So I'm gonna wait till that loads up. Then we're gonna do the introduction.
Yeah.
Boom. So I am Trayvon Payne, aka Treykaraoke, with Rap Buddies. We have Professor Faya in the building.
So that loads up.
So I have been.
Introduction.
Oh, let me see. It's talking double on me. So boom, we got Professor Faya in the building, and what we're about to do is cook up a piece. I've been teaching bro to produce for about 3 months now. And we got to a place where he was wanting to kind of have that process ran through of how to create the piece from scratch. So without further ado, what we're gonna do is add FL keys, which is boom, 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 boom. Let me see. Oh, and I'm gonna get that link to you as well. Definitely tap in with bro too. He has his YouTube channel set up under Professor Faya. So definitely be looking out for that. By the way, I'm about to, I just got that link sent to you. Did you get that on your side?
Yes. Via email.
I sent it through in a text. So you could get that text sent out. Let me see.
Okay. I see it. Yep. It's
See, wow, wow. Where? Boom, boom, boom. Wow. You should join us. Wow. So I'm sending this out to a couple people. Boom. Wow. Wow. So let me see. We can get.
yes. I sent it.
That. So I sent that to Kenzie. And send it to some rap buddies real quick, so they can know we in the building. Wow. Wow. We got you set up on Instagram too, right?
Yes.
Actually, I'm gonna spin a couple beats real quick so I can send this to a couple more people so we can get some more rap buddies in the building. Wow. Share sound. We share. Wow. So I'm gonna get you this other link to the exact joint so we can reference it. Yeah. Bro, that joint's called Armor.
That's a clean track, man.
Say that one more time.
That's a clean track. That's a clean track.
Much love,
Armor.
bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna probably take about maybe like I'll probably try to run through maybe like 2 more tracks and
Okay.
then we'll be able to get kicked off.
Cool, man.
I'm really trying to get in the habit of like letting people know when we're live so they can join in as we're getting cooked up and everything.
Armor. That's clean. That's got like a Chinese beat, like a Shaolin type background, man.
Yeah, so like really like Samurai was kind of like the inspiration. I actually got another track that I cooked up around that same time. And I think it's, let me see if I can find Samurai. Nah, it's straight. Let me see. Maybe not that one.
Man, that was even better than Samurai, man, or Armor. That's better than Armor.
Much love, bro.
Yeah, man. What was that? What was that track called? What's the second one called?
That one's called Clear Vision.
Clear Vision. Man, that's
And
clean, man.
honestly, I made that one on FL Studio Mobile. So I downloaded the FL Studio app so I could like cook up beats while I'm out and stuff. And of course it doesn't have like as many like bells and whistles, but like yeah, that's probably one of my favorite drum selection pattern and execution of all the tracks that I've cooked up.
Yeah, that was actually better than Armor. It really was. Yeah.
Appreciate it, family.
So you don't put any of this stuff on BeatStars?
Yeah, I put it on BeatStars. I kind of switched over to OpenSea because it's like we create like OpenSea is like with NFTs. So it's like we're still expanding on applying Rap Buddies to the blockchain and everything like that and building on that. But yeah, I have them on BeatStars. It's under Treykaraoke, but
Nobody bids on them?
nah, because like most of the stuff that I've been doing lately, I haven't really had time to like market my production to artists as much. Like majority of the artists that I've been encountering, like they have a piece that they're wanting to be mixed. And it's not something that I'm also like, I'm not gonna like force it on some stuff. You know, I know the opportunity when it does come, the right time is gonna present itself. Does that make sense?
Yes. That's cool, man. That's pretty tight.
I'm gonna definitely start like playing some for artists, and you know, if they decide they want to hop on it and buy a beat lease, we're gonna get it locked in with the business. So
It's dope.
so yeah. Let me see. Like this.
Trey, are you cooking again?
So this one was kind of like a remix of another one I did. Bro, this is one of my favorite loops I've ever cooked, bro. So like they had like this new keyboard at Guitar Center, and like Nah, it wasn't even a new one. It was one that they had. I think it was like the mod X something. And like I would go in on my breaks or on my lunches and I'd spend time like cooking up loops and stuff, just plug in my recorder and just record them on my little recorder. And I just put them on the SD card and transfer them over through loops. But this is honestly one of my favorite loops that I've cooked.
Trey, are you cooking again? Trey, are you cooking again? Trey, are you cooking again? Trey, are you cooking again?
So boom.
Number 2 was the best in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, what was that track called? Number 2?
that one was Armor.
No, Armor was number 1.
Armor. That was Clear Vision.
Yeah, Clear Vision was sick, man.
Surely.
Yeah, tossing the bells in there made it more unique even. The
Much
bell-
love, broski.
Yeah.
Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna get locked in. Boom. So this is how we cook up a piece from scratch. So of course we always want to start with FL keys. I usually use FL keys because it's like it's a simple plugin and it gets the job done. And if you need to switch it over to another sound, it's super fire for that. So we got the sampler open. What we're gonna do is open FL keys, and of course, click in the gray area, blow, that opens up the piano roll, and we choose a key. Is that loud enough?
Yes. It is.
Mic check, mic check.
It's loud enough.
Yeah, okay. So boom, we'll start with. Maybe we'll start with G. So from there, we're gonna open up the sampler. And since we have G right here, we're gonna go to our three lines and select whether we want, or actually uncheck only one, because we want to paste multiple. Then we want to go to either minor or major. We'll do minor. Wow. Paste our ghost notes right over where this gray note is.
Mhm.
Wow. So from there, we'll go up an octave and do the same thing. We started on G. So we're gonna go to G, 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 and then go down and do the same thing. So we got G in a lower octave, G in a lower octave, G in a lower octave. Wow. Then we hit E for our selector tool. Select everything that we just pasted.
Mhm.
Then we want to get our pencil, P,
Mhm.
and drag that over to the 2. Wow, perfect. So from there, right click in the gray area so we can deselect, go back up to the 3 lines and go to none. So it doesn't continue to paste when we go back to FL keys. So we click in the gray area, and now we have all of our chords so we can stay in key. From here, we know this is where we started at. So we're in the key of G. But if we don't want to stay with G, this is a point where we assess whether or not we want to stay with this same note. So I'm gonna play around with some other notes to see if there's something else that I hear that I like a little better. And if not, we'll just stick with what we have. So yeah, maybe we'll start with D. So we got 2 choices. We can either skip one ghost note, paste, skip one ghost note, paste, or we can do the same on the bottom, which is skip one ghost note, paste, skip one ghost note. I'll probably do up top. Let's see what the bottom sound like. Yeah, that definitely sounds better. So from there, now that we have this, we can create our melody. I think since we have this in our dark lines here, of course we got dark line, light line, light line, light line, light line, dark line. I usually like to use just the dark lines to be just, it's a lot more simple. So boom. So now we have our bass melody. So now we can use that as our reference. Skip one ghost note, paste, skip one ghost note, paste, skip one, paste, skip one, paste, skip one, paste, skip one, paste, one paste, skip one, paste.
Trey.
Boom. So from there, now that we have that, that's going to be our bass. Hit Control L to elongate these notes and bring them together. So it doesn't do it for the last one. So we have to hit E to get our selector tool, drag that, hit P for our pencil, and drag that over. So now,
Trey, are you cooking again?
so now we can highlight this, or honestly, yeah. So we'll highlight from 2 to the beginning so we can get our initial melody squared away, and then we could duplicate it and add some variation. So as you know, we have the skip one rule. So when you're going an octave above what our base octave is, the skip one rule can be broken. So instead of skipping 1, if you wanted to, you could skip 2, break that rule as we're creating our melody.
Trey, are you?
Let's see, right. I'll go a little higher. So boom, we can skip 2, then skip 1, skip 1. Let me see. So skip 1, skip 1, skip 1. So boom. So usually it can be, and this isn't like really a rule or anything like that, but if you go skip 2 and then skip 1, skip 1, that's kind of another simpler way of explaining it. Does that make sense? Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Professor Faya.
Yeah, oh, yes, I'm here, Trey. Just reviewing everything you're going over.
Surely. So boom, we got wow. And if I start going too fast, please don't hesitate to stop me so I can rewind and break something down for you. All right. So boom, we got this. We can use that to create our melody. And from here, how we're lining this up is if you want, you can do skip one here, skip one here. It's really wherever you want the notes sound good to you.
Trey, are you cooking again?
We'll go to pattern so it just loops this. Yeah. So we'll go an octave up. Whatever notes sound good. And again, like I said, like if you do one for the first note, usually I do skip 2, 1, skip 1, paste. Like that usually ends up working for me. But like I said, that next octave can break that skip 1 rule. So here, this one that kind of sounds good. Maybe like if we do skip 2, skip 1, skip 1. As you can see, that's the note. It's that skip 2, skip 1 rule. It doesn't necessarily go with the skip 1, skip 1. It's skip 2, skip 1, skip 1. And that's anyone that's an octave directly above. So that can also apply if we do skip 1 down. That can kind of work, but not really. So skip 2, skip 1, or skip 2, skip 1. Let's try this one. So that one can work. So either this one or this one here. And that's usually how I started. Mm. Mm. So usually when we get to that third octave, that's where it becomes like its own full melody. Like this becomes, instead of this being the entire melody, this is the entire melody for this octave. So we're gonna control B to duplicate, or you can hit control A to select. Actually, I'll control Z, undo, so I can re-explain that. So I'm gonna deselect all of this. If you hit control A, it's gonna select all of it. And then if you hit control B, it's gonna duplicate to the next section. So now we have this entire piece. That actually sounds good. So what I was gonna do is have this section and then erase all this and then create more of a melody. But I think this sounds really good. This is gonna have a super solid rhythm. So now that we have that, we can maybe control A, control B, duplicate that again, because I do like to have some variation, no matter what it is. I like to, I don't know, I feel like having that variation just adds that sauce to it. So boom, we can maybe, let's try that. So boom. Start. Yeah, Sersky. So we got our melody there. So essentially that's your melody theory. And that's how that works every single time. Like every time. If you hit that skip one rule, get your ghost notes, create your chords, which is your bass note, and just move octave by octave. So move up to the next octave, boom, create your next melody. And usually that's with the skip two, skip one rule. And then just do the same for the next octave. Skip two, skip one, skip one.
Okay, cool. Got it. Makes sense. Yeah, I gotta review the recording and get that building block. It's very important with this software.
Right. Facts. No lie. Cause like that's really the foundation. Like a lot of there are some producers who start with the beat or the drums. There are some producers who start with the melodies. There are some producers who start with whatever rhythm they might, because there's this other producer who his name's Rod, and I'm also teaching him. He's cold with hi-hats, but he'll sometimes have a melody that's already in his head and he'll go based off of that. So if you have a melody in your head, by all means, like don't feel like you have to be bound by any rules or any stipulations or anything like that. Just do what feels natural, do what's already in your head. You know, that creativity is in you. It just needs to be let out. So now that we have that, we got Omnisphere pasted too, but I'm going to mute that real quick. And while I'm using this restroom, I want you to insert these claps real quick. So boom, we're on the clap channel. We got the pencil tool selected. And I want you to paste in our claps. I'm gonna give you that remote access. Boom. And you should be able to tap in. Is it allowing you to move?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Yeah, so we're gonna go over here. So this is already our clap. So I'm gonna have you paste that in. And of course we can replace that in just a second if we need to. I'll be right back. Yo, what happened to the claps? Oh, my God, go. Mic check.
Sorry, man. It's late over here, and I had to close my curtains, man.
Gee.
Okay, so where did you select the claps from, though? I didn't see you. I see you got piano claps on, but where did you select them from, though?
So I already had these in the channel rack. So we just needed to paste these in. But what we'll do, because I kind of wanted to do that so I could run to the restroom real quick. We'll go to our packs. Boom. And select from our claps. I like to, one thing that is a good rule of thumb is you want to get something that sounds good already, sounds like it already fits within the mix. Actually, there was another producer who had put me on to that. Like I'll be learning from other producers all the time, man. So essentially we want to play feel for what sounds good. Something we don't got to tweak too much. I like this one, even though it sounds kind of faint. I like this one. So we'll insert that right between the gray. Just super dicey. Let's see. We'll get this, paste it with our claps. And then Control A, Control B to duplicate. Oh, way too far. Then Control A, Control B to duplicate. And then, oh, Control Z actually. And then, what's going on? Ooh, so selector tool, E, P for the pencil. So we already got our rhythm. So I'm gonna add an extra clap to add that bounce. Boom. So we got that added. Now we can go into, I'll probably layer it with a snare, layer the clap and the snare. Boom. Well. Oh, that's hard. What? No, that's hidden. Wow, we got that. Control copy, control paste.
That first series of clap sounds better. That tap, tap, tap. If you can repeat that. Tap, 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 tap. Yeah, it's within that first series. That first series is there. If you want to play real quick. Right there. Right there.
Yeah, so anytime that I'm kind of arranging, like I have something kind of in mind for the roadmap as far as what I can do with the drums down the line. But I mean, I'm down. We could subtract that, and then we could copy and paste that to the next one, and then maybe give it a little more of a simple feel.
Right there. Hey, I need you to repeat that though. I need you to repeat that. That tap, 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 tap. I think that first three should be repeated, is what I think, because you're gonna add other things, and that is gonna simplify the song, but it is gonna make it. It's gonna the clap stand out with that beat right there, man.
Heck yeah, man. I trust your judgment. So what I'll do is I'll copy and pasted that, then control C here with this green box. Go to this green box, paste.
Oh my God, bro. That shit is hot, man. Oh,
Boom.
yes, that's a clap, bro. Don't touch that shit. That shit is
So,
hot, bro. Hey, Trey,
so
you're a magician, man.
yo, it's. I mean, if it wasn't for you, like giving that insight, man, like I mean, who knows how it would have changed the trajectory, man. So I'm super excited. So now that we have those added, we got these added to the same channel. So if you hit that scroll and go to the same channel, we want to link them to 7, and we'll open up our mixer. And now both of these instruments are linked to the same channel. So if we want to turn them down or up, we can adjust it with one knob. Yeah.
Yeah.
So boom. Now that we have, because remember we had FL keys and we copied and pasted to Omnisphere. So now we can select another sound in Omnisphere and see what manifests. And I got a section of sounds that I use. So I'll go through some of these and see what's a solid one. No. Whoa. So I'm going to highlight the chords and take those out and hear what that sounds like. Let me see. So if I hit this key with the selector tool, it'll highlight all of them. So I'm gonna shift this up. So now that we have these selected, I'm going to go to the pencil tool and go to the velocity knob and turn these lower notes down a little bit so we can let that main melody shine. Let me see. Mm. That's going kind of crazy high key.
Yeah.
So,
That is a beat though.
okay, so I'm gonna clone that and then paste because I want to, because there's some notes that you'll come across that are detuned, which means that the key that you have it on in FL keys may not necessarily be the same key that it's supposed to be in.
Okay.
You will run into sounds like that. So hopefully that's not the case here, but we will see. Actually, let's see if we can do like a sound match. And maybe something from there.
Omnisphere is a wild system, man. It's great. I swear. Honestly, I'm gonna use every single beat from Omnisphere to create stuff, man.
Tough, super tough. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna eliminate these higher notes because I'm hearing these middle notes sounding really good, standing out. So, of course, like as you know, like when it comes to this entire just music production as a whole, a lot of it is surrounded around personal preference and personal decision making.
Mhm.
So I think that eliminating these bottom notes and eliminating these top notes for this particular instrument may be a good thing.
Mhm.
We'll turn it down. So boom, we'll open up. We'll clone Omnisphere again. And this is adding more layers. So there was this producer that I got the opportunity to tap in with. It was me, Wooly, and another producer. And he was adding a whole bunch of layers with different melodies and kind of turning them down a lot. And I feel like maybe I'm gonna kind of experiment with that concept here to add some more depth to the melody. So of course we have FL keys that we can always go back to and reference, but we'll go through and see what we can do with some of these sounds. Let's see. So maybe that sounded kind of cool.
Hey, Trey, I gotta be somewhere soon.
But so that will be a good stopping point for us. As you can see, as you can tell, a big piece of sound design is going to be decision making, making sure that you understand these concepts of the skip one rule, adding your chords, and really using the whatever you did last to be the foundation for what you're going to do next. Always staying aware of everything that's already there so you can make better decisions as far as placement goes. And I'm really happy that I took your perspective on those claps because they definitely added a special kind of bounce to it, man. So surely. So it was a phenomenal session, brother. We have our second session for the week locked in on Sunday, and I cannot wait to lock in. All right.
Sounds good. Thanks, Trey.
Awesome. No doubt. We'll talk soon. Peace.